The Mike Geltrude Foundation presents a film that may save your life.
And it is how a single family can turn tragedy into triumph in some ways, because they have looked at their loss as a means to help other people.
Family man, coach, teacher, mentor, friend.
But I began to see a withering away of the man. But I didn't believe it was going to be a fatality. I thought it would be something they would find a way to fight through. If anybody were going to do it, he was going to do it.
He would be, in terms of courage, a very difficult act to follow.
I feel very upset that melanoma took him away from me, especially as young as he went, because there were many other things he could have taught me, and now when we look back, I still want to ask him different questions, but now I can't anymore, and that makes me upset.
When I was around my grandfather, I would feel very happy. He taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to play soccer. I miss my grandfather very much.
Kids my age, I really don't think they care too much about it.
There's no point in going to the beach without going in the sun.
Thinking of getting melanoma just sort of passes over my head.
Sunblock doesn't really work for me, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah, I just really thought it was more in like the older generations, not really the younger ones.
Basically, it's like, oh, it's never going to happen to me.
You don't even think about, the sun beating down on you when you're young. You're indestructible as a kid.
I didn't think skin cancer was a real cancer.
But when he said to me, "You have cancer," I thought that was it.
So it is a disease that affects younger people. It does affect people in the prime of their life.
Women between the ages of 25 and 30, the #1 cancer killer is melanoma. Guys, melanoma is the most common cancer between the ages of 20 and 29. Why don't we know that?
There are a few cancer sites that are becoming more common, and melanoma is one of them. Melanoma rates are going up in all age groups, the young, the old, and the people in between.
It does not discriminate. It affects Asians, it affects African Americans, it affects Caucasian Americans, and it affects Latino Americans.
When I saw my grandfather, he would have like a lot of big dots on his arm.
Having these scars is just kind of visibly, the world just sees that I paid for my mistakes.
In my case, I thought about leaving 2 kids without a father, and like I said, you think about it all the time. You think about dying.
If you have teachers and an education system that truly is interested in the long-term health and well-being of children, this is every bit as relevant as smoking and safe sex and all the things that they teach in school.
The education needs to start early. It's in our schools. It needs to be embedded in our curriculum. We need to be speaking out.
Dead wrong. It's only skin cancer. Coming spring 2009.
This doesn't need to happen to anyone, ever. This does not need to happen.